What is up, guys? It is the Backyard Podcast, back with episode 2. I'm Tate, joined by Toby and our friend Nathan as our first guest on the Backyard Podcast. What's going on, guys?
Yeah. So, glad to be back. This is awesome. I know it's been a while.
Yeah.
We've had to cancel a lot.
Yeah, we wanted to do this a lot earlier, just there were some hiccups in the road. I ended up having wisdom teeth surgery, actually, and my mouth hurt so much. We were going to do this last week, but my mouth started hurting again. We're going to talk about that later on today's episode, but it was just, it was honestly a crazy experience, but yeah.
So, I know we talked about like our favorite movies like last time, so I was wondering, like, what's some like new music that you've been listening to?
New music. All right. Well, I know last week is when Kid Cudi, Jack Harlow, and Taylor Swift all dropped albums that night. Yeah. That was a crazy night for music. I remember I listened to some of Kid Cudi, and I really liked what I heard. And then I went to Taylor Swift because, I mean, Taylor Swift came out with Folklore earlier this year, which was a great album in my opinion. I mean, I've never been like a huge Taylor Swift fan. I'm always more of a Kanye guy. If you look around my room, you'll know that. But I really enjoyed Folklore, and so Evermore, I listened to that, and I thought it was okay. Not quite good as Folklore, but a lot of music came out. Recently, I've been listening to a lot of like 90s like shoegaze, which is just basically a subgenre of like alternative rock, and some other artists like Phoebe Bridgers, Mitski, that kind of stuff. Not as much rap recently as I usually do, but that's what I've been listening to recently. So,
nice. What about you, Nathan? What have you been listening to?
Dude, yeah, after those albums came out, I felt obligated to listen to them all. So I was like, I don't know where to start, because I had like a couple days after I had heard a couple Jack Harlow songs, but that night that they all dropped, I think I was hanging out with some friends and we were just playing the Kid Cudi album in the background, and then a couple days ago I just went through all of Evermore, and it wasn't that good, or not good, but it was just kind of okay, just kind of like what you expect from Taylor Swift. It's just but through the entire album,
Yeah.
And then, I started the Kid Cudi album, haven't finished that yet, but I do like it. There's some good stuff. It's kind of like those things you can just sit back and relax to,
I mean, for sure. Yeah.
And just have it playing in the background. You could vibe to that so easy. I like it.
It's definitely got sort of that Travis Scott sound. Like, I don't know if you listen to Astroworld or anything like that, but it kind of reminded me of Travis Scott a lot, which Kid Cudi influenced his sound a lot, but it was really kind of cool to hear him embrace that sound fully on that album. So
yeah, I think I went through the whole Jack Harlow album. I like his music. I'm a fan of him. I'm pretty sure that Travis Scott was actually influenced by Cudi back when he was starting out and stuff, so that's probably has to do with that.
Yeah.
Like, full disclaimer here, I have no idea, who you guys are talking about, at all.
Toby does not listen to rap. Toby is full on, what is it? You said guitar?
Garage rock.
Garage rock.
If you know me, I know this is a broken record at this point, but I am a huge Strokes fan, and I will die a Strokes fan.
I mean, understandable. I listened to a little bit of their new album. What's their new album called?
The new Abnormal.
Yeah, I listened to a little bit of that earlier this year, and I liked what I heard. So.
And they've been nominated for a Grammy for that album.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
that's great.
They were nominated for that. I know it's not really a new thing coming out, but but yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, funny situation with the Grammys. No matter how you feel, Kanye. I gotta talk about
Grammys.
I gotta talk about Kanye a little bit, right?
If he steps on the Strokes, I'm sorry.
Well, no. They're not even in the same category. But what I'm saying is that earlier this year, Kanye posted a Twitter video of him peeing on one of his Grammys. There's there's a video.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah, no, it's a really ridiculous video. But even though he did that, he got nominated for Best Gospel Album this year for Jesus is King. So this dude can literally pee on a Grammy and still get nominated for one. I think that's amazing. But I wanted to bring that up because I thought that was so funny.
I never listened to that album. Is it actually a genuine gospel album?
Jesus is King is a genuine gospel, I would say more so influenced album. It's got gospel samples. It makes use of a gospel choir. In fact, the intro track is completely a gospel choir. I would say it definitely is more like gospel, like heavy like gospel rap is what I would classify that album as.
Okay.
It's not very good in my opinion. I used to when it first came out. As a Kanye, huge fan of his. I listened to it and I immediately was like in love. But looking back on it, it's not as good. Mm-hmm. I've got it on vinyl and it barely gets any spins on my record player. Just to be honest with you. So yeah. Well, I mean. Toby, I think you might have to sit this one out, but
probably.
We're talking about rap. Nathan, it sounds like you listen to quite a bit of rap yourself.
Yeah. You
got any favorite rap albums or songs? You want to talk about?
I don't know. Like I said, Eminem dropped the deluxe today.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Juice WRLD too. I like all his albums.
We're talking about like Lucid Dreams, All Girls Are the Same, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he dropped after he died, it was a posthumous album.
Yeah.
During summer, the label dropped. It's called Legends Never Die. And dude, it was kind of sad. Like, with the interludes and stuff, I think at the very end, there was, just a little sound clip by it, right? Of him saying, hey guys, I'm on Facebook Live from heaven. I made it. And like, it's soon after he dies and you're listening to that and you're like, dang, that's tough.
That's really hard.
It's hard to listen to. But, I mean, it was a good album. I give it, it was a solid rating. It was good. I liked it.
Yeah. I mean, rap has been... I think a big part of my life for the better part of high school, really. Yeah. I think I really started taking just music in general, and I guess more so rap, seriously in 9th grade. And I love, like Kendrick Lamar. I love Kendrick. Yeah. I love Kanye. I love... there are even some people that people haven't really necessarily heard of. There's a guy called JPEG Mafia. He does some really interesting stuff. Denzel Curry. There's a lot of rappers that I really adore. I still think... Kanye West's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is like the best rap album of all time. Mm-hmm. I mean, that has, Power. Everybody's heard Power. Everybody's heard All the Lights. So it's got, your radio hits on there, but it's also got those really deep cuts, like Runaway, like one of my favorite songs of all time. Kendrick Lamar has put out just amazing projects. He always has. Yeah. So, I mean, I've loved rap for a long time. And when I think of my favorite rap albums, I'm thinking of Twisted Fantasy. I'm thinking of To Pimp a Butterfly. I'm thinking of Taboo by Denzel Curry. I love that album. And, as far as, like, more popular rap goes, I definitely do love Juice WRLD. He's definitely in my playlist. X was a really big thing. Yeah. And I love some of his stuff. To this day, he's got that one song with Joey Badass called Infinity. I love that song.
That's a great one.
Absolutely amazing song. But I mean, Toby, do you have anything do you have any rap albums or songs like you want to talk about?
I think it was a few days. So I've told you this before. I've never told Nathan this, but I collect vinyl. Yeah. And so I have like this whole list. And I call it my blacklist. Because it's like all these records. I was from a Rolling Stones magazine. It was like the top 500 albums.
And you're trying to collect all of those, right?
I'm trying to collect all of them.
That's insane.
Haven't even written down all of them. But so basically, I was going through that and I saw some albums I was interested in. And you mentioned it already. I did listen to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I can't remember any of what I listened to. I'll have to re-listen to it. I remember I did like it. I just remember, I can't remember, any of the songs' names.
Really? You can't remember? I don't know. You just remember liking it.
I remember liking it. I remember I was just,
that's all that matters.
I was just sitting at, ROTC one day, and, we weren't doing anything, so I just put in my AirPods and listened to it.
Good.
It was okay. I mean...
Well, don't say that. You said you liked it, and then you said it was okay.
I do like it. No, I like it. I do like it. It's just, I'm not a big fan of rap and everything. I've never been able to get into it too much.
I mean, I understand that.
The closest thing to rap that I really like would probably be Tyler, the Creator.
Okay, and that's fair. As we're talking, I have a Tyler, the Creator poster in my room. Yeah. He is staring at me.
And I mean, like me and Nathan were talking before, I'm not, a huge fan of his music. I like his music, but, I like him more as a person.
Right.
Okay, that's fair.
He is so funny and just, he himself is a character. Mm-hmm. He did, I feel like he's not playing, his genuine self. I'm sure he's not. I'm sure that's, a stage, presence or something. But, if he is, that's, awesome. Because, I love Loiter Squad and I love things like that. I love watching him on, I can't remember what it was. It was some YouTube channel where he's, making his own stuff. He made his own, golf cart or something. And then he designed his own chair. And they were, really funny. Oh, he made, breakfast with someone and they, hated him, while they were doing it. So... I mean, that's what I like about Tyler the Creator.
Well, there's a lot of like compilations on YouTube of like Tyler the Creator just being really funny. I think some interviewer came up to him and was like, "Do you like talking to me?" And he was like, "I don't know about that, but I'm really enjoying this pizza right now." And he's just like stuffing his face with pizza. It's so funny, but also Tyler the Creator. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but like the Eric Andre show, he went on there once and he went along with all these like jokes and gaffes, and he was like one of the funniest guests like on that show. So Tyler is not only like super musically talented. I mean, if you listen to Flower Boy, if you listen to Igor, you know that. But he's also just a funny guy.
And you know, with Tyler the Creator, his record label, it's 77 Records, and they're another person that I listen to that's on that record label is Boy Pablo.
Yeah,
he recently just released a new album called Wachita Rico.
Cannot say that I've heard of that. I've heard of Boy Pablo.
Yes.
Have not heard any of his albums. I think I might have heard a few.
He only has. I'm gonna say this may be his first full album because like usually he just has like EPs or something like that, and like he'll release those like with a couple of songs on them, but he never like officially called it an album. Like this is his first official album, so like I would give it a listen. It's really good. Like I listen to it all the time.
Yeah.
Like he did like a gimmick with it where on YouTube he talks like he makes it like a story. Like all the songs follow a story, and it's really cool. Like it's about love and stuff. His stuff is like real upbeat. It's called bedroom pop, like his genre.
Yeah.
It's like Rex Orange County is like that too. Have you guys ever listened to Rex Orange County?
I know a couple songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, stuff like that.
All right, I think at this point we're going more into R&B territory.
Well,
I think this is where
rapid R&B can
with,
kind of.
I have a statement. So with R&B, dude, like I love Usher, Neil, like back all of that kind of stuff, right? But it's gone, like that. They don't make music like that anymore.
Yeah.
Like we should. I feel like R&B should be brought back. It's like music for the soul. You know what I'm saying? We need that, dude.
I get what you're saying, and there's kind of been a little bit of an R&B revival. I don't know if you've heard of SZA, but also like Frank Ocean, that kind of R&B. Now that's definitely different from what you're talking about, but I would like to see a comeback for that kind of R&B. Right? Trust me, that would be really interesting to hear that kind of stuff on the radio. But I think Toby's done talking about as much rap as he could, so I think we're gonna.
Is like Justin Timberlake considered R&B?
Because
I feel like I've heard him like on the top, like
he
like
is
on the
like
radio.
He's a pop R&B artist. He's kind of like a good mixture of it, I think.
Okay,
but don't quote me on that. But I think Toby's exhausted his rap knowledge.
I really have.
I think
I've
Nathan
into it.
Nathan and I have established our taste. So I think we're gonna go on to a question from I think Jack said this right.
Jack Starnes, yes.
Yeah, Jack wanted
of Starnes Productions.
Yes,
if you guys know that.
He wanted us to talk about how the film industry has been affected by the virus. And let me start this out by saying, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but some audio got leaked.
I knew you were going to mention it.
You knew I was
going to mention it.
Absolutely. But Tom Cruise is on the set of the next Mission Impossible right now. And, he's got COVID-19 guidelines for his crew, of course. And I think somebody broke them. And he got super heated. This idea that he's cursing back and forth. I've heard it, too. It's insane. He goes off on his crew. And he talks about how there are people, failing to put food on the table because of this virus, how the industry has been affected by it, how it's been just terrible from the industry. And I thought that was crazy because then I'm thinking about how I think it was like Warner Brothers Pictures or whatever, they came out and said that all of their films, which includes Dune, directed by the guy who directed like Arrival and the new Blade Runner, and The Matrix 4, movies like that, and the new Wonder Woman, they're going to be on streaming and in theaters. So, I mean, on top of the movie industry, the movie theater industry has been affected by COVID as well. So it's really interesting to think about the future of movies.
Well, also with that Warner Brothers thing, I read something on like a fandom page. It was talking about how like theaters are like cutting Warner Bros. Like movie ticket prices like in half, like more than in half. Like the ticket prices are going to be like $3.99.
They have to, because if you can just go on HBO Max and pay $15 a month to watch all these movies in addition to all the Max originals,
because like Wonder Woman's coming out on like Christmas.
In theaters and on streaming. So if you don't care about going to the theater and also no offense, but paying ridiculous like movie theater popcorn and like candy prices, it's just such a better deal for most people to stay home and watch these films.
So like here's the thing. Do you guys think this will like affect like movie theaters becoming obsolete? after this? Because, I mean, if streaming services just have a monopoly on this, do you think that people would just be like, I'll just have a streaming service and watch this movie?
I feel like there's still a big difference between watching it at home versus in the theater. You know, it's like it's a whole different experience watching it in the theater. You know, with a huge screen and the sound system, right? And you can't really take that from being at home.
Because I mean, like us being 3 guys, what are we gonna do for a date? What are we gonna do? Like, come on.
You know, the back of the movie theaters are there for a reason. I can't do that at my house.
No.
Absolutely.
You gotta be,
You know, I don't know about movie theaters going obsolete, but I do see a lot of reform happening.
Right.
I just really, movie theaters are going to have to adapt. That is the biggest thing by far.
Oh, yeah.
Is movie theaters have to adapt. They have to offer obviously superior experiences. Like, I don't think you could go to like a rundown like local movie theater and like it'd be worth the ticket price, you know? Like that's not going to be a thing.
Oh yeah, like
you have
screen?
to have you know, and I love the Cabot Theater. I love the people who work there. I love that theater, but people have to really be investing in like IMAX or like in just anything like Dolby Vision, Dolby Audio stuff that's really premium. That's really worth the price of admission. I mean, that's going to be what has to happen. But I don't think movie theaters are going to go away. I don't think it's going to happen. Because I mean, like Nathan said, that experience of seeing it in a theater, big, huge screen, that is priceless. Yeah, I mean, like, if for some people, that is priceless. I love that experience. I wouldn't trade that for the world. And also, what am I going to do on dates? But, I mean, it's really sad, you know, the film industry being affected by this virus, obviously. I hate how this virus has affected everything, not just the film industry. So many delays. Oh, my God. Guys, I was so excited for Dune. Dune was going to come out in October. Then they delayed it to, you know, this month, December. Now it's October of next year. I've got to wait to see that. I hate that so much because that is my bread and butter is going to the movies, seeing these big blockbuster films. And also the whole Marvel lineup got shifted. I know some people aren't excited about Marvel because, you know, Phase 3 is over with, but I'm excited to see like Black Widow.
Okay, so with that, I'm really thinking, you know, Spider-Verse is going to happen. Have you guys, have you guys been seeing the stuff with that? It makes sense.
Are you talking about Andrew Garfield?
Right,
Tobey Maguire is, I gotta say,
he's the best. I'm so excited to see like all of them together, and I really think that's going to be happening.
Oh yeah.
Right? I mean, I'm pretty sure DC's going to be doing Flashpoint, and they always have their competition. So, you know, Flashpoint and Spider-Verse, that's going to definitely be the thing.
I'm hoping that with this, like, I know there's those rumors and everything with Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, all the other characters like of the cast of those movies are going to be in this. I'm hoping it is not just like a one-off cameo kind of thing. Yeah. Like, that would be so bad. Like, we're going through the multiverse. There's another Spider-Man and it's Tobey Maguire. It's like, no.
Yeah, that would be really disappointing. We need to see all of them working together and have like something cool.
We need to have that.
It would be definitely a waste opportunity if they didn't have them all work together to like defeat like maybe like the most popular villain or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Something because I don't know.
They have confirmed like cast the guy who played Dr. Octopus on
in Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. He's confirmed.
Who was that? Is that?
I can't. No, it's not. Willem Dafoe was Green Goblin.
Okay. I haven't seen the Spider-Man.
If Willem Dafoe was Green Goblin in this movie, I would love that so much.
I mean, I love Willem Dafoe. So yes,
yeah, Willem Dafoe.
I would absolutely.
I think a missed opportunity. Imagine him as the Joker. He literally looks like he would play. He looks like the Joker.
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Listen, I love Joaquin Phoenix and I love Heath Ledger as the Joker, but that is interesting.
He literally looks like he would be the perfect Joker.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's something to think about. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, talking about film, what got me into film, part of what got me into it is Mr. Massey's broadcasting class. You know it was coming. We had to talk about this on the podcast. Nathan, are you in broadcasting by chance?
No. But I got some friends who are.
You got some friends who are? Yeah. So, I mean, like, you know, they've probably talked about Mr. Massey before, you know. He's been teaching at Cabot for, I think, 32
and a half years.
32 and a half years.
Yeah,
oh, my God.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That is just a crazy long career, and this man is what got me, you know, really into, you know, video editing, wanting to become a filmmaker, watching other movies. He's recommended me a few films that I need to watch, but I mean, Massey leaving has been huge.
Yeah, it has been. Like, when did he tell us? It was like September, maybe.
I think It was either I think
September,
it was October. I think it was October.
Was it? Okay, yeah.
Later in October.
You know, like, when he said this to us, like I didn't really think of it much at the time, but like it wasn't like a thing that was like happening.
Right.
It was like
Future.
Oh, you know, that'll happen eventually. And then now that it's like this is his last day, like
It's
this
here.
This is it.
Yeah.
Like I saw him this morning and I gave him a flag for ROTC and like it was like that's it.
Earlier today, you know, I went in, you know, Friday's optional, but I came in to say goodbye to him, obviously, and I'm just like, hey, Massey, you know, I'm going, but I told him, you know, if you need to message me, you need to call me, you have my number saved in your phone, and it felt so surreal,
Yeah.
walking out of that building, knowing that I'm not going to see him in that same way again.
Because, like, you know, you go in there sophomore year and, like, you're like, all right, this is gonna be my teacher, and then like you start getting to know like junior year, like, oh well, he's a broadcasting teacher, and now that's like our senior year, it's like he's gonna be here long after I'm gone. You're like, he's not gonna leave during the middle of my senior year, and then he's like, yeah, I have to leave, and it's like, oh, that's like a possibility that could happen, and it's just weird to think about.
I mean, it's absolutely crazy. I know. Yesterday, Jack made a video, and it was a bunch of clips of Massey, you know, interlaced with a bunch of people, you know, saying their goodbyes and saying thank you, and that really got to me. I don't know about you, but I definitely cried. That got me.
Didn't get to me. I don't know why that didn't get to me, but like today got to me.
Today got to
Yeah, I don't know what it was about. Like yesterday, it was
the
pure like
day,
emotion
you know?
and everything, but like today, like the school made him a video too. Yeah. And I mean, I was the only one broadcasting who saw that one. Jack may have seen it.
I don't know.
Because I know him and Miss Gatewood were working together, like, on some stuff. But, like, that was... Like, I know I was the only one broadcasting. Like, I was in a room full of teachers and stuff. And just, like... You know, they all had, like, memories of Massey. And then, like, there was people, like... In the video, like, people came on it and were saying goodbye to Massey. You know, like, some former students. And, you know, one of them we knew... I know I don't know how close you were to her, but Ainsley Moran. Mm-hmm. She was on there, and she was talking to Matt, like, saying goodbye to Massey and everything. Like, that was the only one that I recognized. I forgot his name. He works for the news station. I can't remember his name.
That's fine. I probably...
What was his name?
There was a lot of kids.
Yeah, Massey affected a lot of people.
He really did.
Like, I feel like most of the news production, like, is...
You can just look at the photos in the room and see all these kids that Massey has, all these lives he's affected. Yeah. I mean, and that's absolutely insane. But, you know, Mr. Tripp, the dude who's coming in after, as a long-term sub at least, I'm really excited about him, honestly, because, you know, he has experience. Like, he took over for me as TD yesterday doing the news. So I think he's going to be really good. He knows what he's doing. He's also like a huge nerd. We talked about Star Wars the other day. I asked him what his favorite episode was.
He's giving me some advice and stuff. Like he's telling me how to like get an internship with like KRK TV.
Yeah. I mean, that's absolutely wonderful. I think that's great. But Nathan, obviously, you're not in broadcasting.
Yeah.
But I know we were in Miss Aswick's English class 2 years ago.
And we had Profe together.
We had Profe.
Okay, there we go. So that's how we know Nathan. But Nathan, it's been a while, man. Like, how have you been?
Yeah, I've been good. Life's been pretty good. My senior year, it's crazy because it's almost over.
It's we're halfway through.
We thought we were only going to be there for like 2 months at the most.
Oh yeah.
And then here we are about to finish our first semester, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. We're already like halfway done. You know?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah,
thinking...
we're gonna be adults.
Well, I mean, like,
some of you guys already are.
I'm 18. Yeah, I'm an adult.
And then there's me.
How old are you, Nathan?
I'm 17.
Okay. When's your birthday, man?
April 3rd.
April.
All
Okay,
right.
it's
Well,
coming up.
It's
coming up.
It's
It's
I'm almost
slowly
there.
approaching. Yeah.
We'll have you back on after you're 18, so you can just be like, I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
We can have the adulthood topic conversation.
The
again.
adult. Oh, yeah. We had that.
Last episode we talked about becoming an adult.
That was a pretty big topic. Everyone pretty much liked that.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, becoming an adult, it's so surreal because, like, you don't really feel any different, but you do at the same time. That's how I would describe
just
the day I turned 18.
Responsibility being piled on.
Nathan, trust me. I mean, like, you've got a few months. Enjoy these last few months.
Yeah.
Not much changes. Just like, you know, you
It's
gotta worry.
like-
You got some stuff to worry about. You can buy a lottery ticket though. You know,
Yeah.
you turn
I
18.
did buy my first lottery ticket.
That was the first thing I did. You know, my friend took me out and we bought a lottery ticket. So,
Nice.
don't you have a girlfriend, Nathan?
Yes, I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great. We don't.
So that's awesome. What's that like?
It's pretty cool.
You know.
Yeah. We've been dating for like a year and 4 months.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
Wow.
We're coming up to a year and a half pretty soon, so that's nice.
Yeah.
It's
That's
cool.
awesome, dude.
Yeah. What do you guys think about with college and all? Are you guys signed up for anywhere?
Oh, college. It's gonna.
Do you want me to go first on that? I have a definite idea of what I'm doing.
Toby, you seem most confident. Go ahead,
So,
dude.
as most people know, I'm terrible at tests, and so the ACT was not much different for me.
I feel that.
And so I couldn't get a high enough score to get into the college I want to. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go to BB for 2 years and do the transfer program.
That's smart.
But the the career I want, like, it's recommended that you have like 2 degrees, one in like business management and then in broadcasting production, because I want to be a producer.
That's cool.
And so with that, I'm going to be getting a double major for 4 years. So what I'm going to do is, like, during BB, I'm going to get all the prereqs out for, like, broadcasting, because they don't have broadcasting at BB. And so I'm going to also get a associates in business management. And then whenever I go transfer over to A-State, I'm only paying for 2 years. BB's paying for part of it, and then I can just focus on broadcasting.
That's smart.
Loosely, just mainly broadcasting. I'll probably have some more classes I'll have to take and everything. But that's the plan right now. And, I've had to make some decisions. And everyone knows me. I got the Mustang. It's going to have to be sold at the end of this summer. It has to be sold. Because I have to get a more reliable car, and I need money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair enough. As far as college goes for me, I was pretty early starting things out. As soon as applications opened, I started applying and stuff. I didn't actually submit until closer to like the early action dates. I don't know why, but I just left it to hang for a little bit. I think it was because I wanted to get my ACT score up, because like, here's the thing, right? Before that, I had taken it twice, and I got a 31 both times, which, phenomenal score, great score. I know some people won't even dream of that score, but the thing is, I got score. I got that score, and I was happy with it, but then, there's scholarships out there, and there's schools out there where you need a little bit higher, like a 32. So I'm shooting for a 32, right? This is October, and I take that test, because I want to get, this is the score I'm going to submit to a lot of my out-of-state colleges. Right. I applied to University of Michigan. I applied to DePaul, which is a film school basically in Chicago. Nice. And I applied to UT Austin. Matthew McConaughey teaches there. I would love to have him as a teacher. So, I applied there, and I'm still waiting on Michigan and Austin. But anyways, that score that I got in October was also a 31. So I've taken the ACT 3 times, and I've gotten 31 all 3 times.
Like the reason, just give me one of your 31s.
Yeah, dude. Hey, can you split it between us?
Yeah, just
like
31 we all need 31s. Yeah. We'll be fine.
I've taken it twice. The first time I took it, I forgot what it was, maybe like a 26, and then the second time it went lower. So I was like, oh well.
Alright, first of all,
man,
you did way better than I even remotely did. Like, I don't even want to mention what mine
Tubby,
was.
oh man,
it's okay.
Yeah. It was bad.
It's okay, Tubby. I don't judge people based off their ACT scores.
Right.
Like, I don't think you're less intelligent, because like, just testing in general, there's so much anxiety for a lot of people when it comes to testing. It's like, dude, whatever. And also, it's just like, these are general concepts, and sometimes it's just really just like, who cares on a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it just depends on how much effort you put into it and how much like you can handle taking the test.
Right.
And sorry.
Oh, I was saying, I feel like, with school and a lot of these tests, it doesn't matter how smart you are per se. It's really just how much time you put in to get good at it,
Yeah.
And not everyone wants to do that.
Absolutely.
But like, I was talking to Profe the other day. He was telling me that like the ACT is like, you're like the book smart kind of thing. But like the SAT is like your street smarts and everything.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he was telling me. He was like more like common knowledge that like you're good on that. He was like, and I think he was telling me, he was like, I think you're more like street smarts, like not exactly street smarts. I'm not street smarts at all, but like he like, obviously I don't listen to rap. And so like he was just like, yeah, he's like, you seem like that. And so I just told him, like, I'm not gonna do any more tests.
Yeah. Really? Because I was gonna say, like, I was gonna ask you, like, well, have you thought about taking the SAT? Because you might get, a better score, like, conversion wise.
The only test that I'm like considering taking is for like a replacement for the ACT is my placement test 2BB would be the AccuPlacer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Miss Gable was talking to me about that. She was telling me that I could take that, and like it's like the way she explained it was it goes with you. Like if you're getting some questions right, it'll start getting harder and harder. But if you start getting them wrong, it'll go back down.
I like that.
And so like it averages that, like it calculates like how well, like where do you need to work on and stuff. And so like that would be what I would need to do.
Yeah. Going back, because I know like you have like a really definitive kind of plan, or you've got like plans out. For me, not so much. I mean, I'm a very indecisive guy. I mean, pretty much all the time. And so, like, when it comes to a big decision, I'm going to be, especially indecisive with that. But, like, I thought about going to UCA. That looks like the most likely option in state. But then I'm like, well, if I get accepted into Michigan, I definitely want to go there because that's one of the best public universities in America, hands down. And then also Austin, if I get accepted there, well, hey, Matthew McConaughey's a teacher there, and also UT Austin is one of the top-rated, film programs, that's not in California, so I would go there, but it's really just a lot to think about. Luckily, I still have till May. I think May 1st is like the college decision day where you've got to let colleges know, so I've got time until then. But, I mean, Nathan, what do you have planned?
So, everyone's thinking about college and all. To be honest, I don't think that's for me. It's kind of something I've come to that conclusion within the last year, Like, I think, sophomore year, I signed up for GT seminar, practice test taking. So I can be ready to take these tests and do good so I can go to college and all. And then I ended up not being put in that class, and they messed up my schedule, and I was in entrepreneurship. And then I was like, well, that's kind of wacky. I don't know why I'm here. I need this test taking so I can do good on that. But instead, I'm in a business class. And then my family was like, I just try to look at it as a blessing in disguise, right? So I was like, okay, whatever. And then come to find out, 2 years later, I don't want to go to college, right? So that GT seminar thing wasn't for me. And that, I want to go aiming towards more of an entrepreneurial route, right?
Yeah.
So first off, turn 18, I want to try to get a real estate license and then work jobs in sales, get some money saved up, try, flipping houses and doing that kind of stuff. And I'm also looking at stuff with like social media marketing. I'm doing a business course right now on that kind of stuff. So hopefully that'll all work out to my advantage and I can do good without college.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, man, that sounds awesome. I mean, definitely probably way more, I guess, how do I want to say this? It's just way more riskier. You've got a lot of heart to take that on, you know what I mean? Because a lot of kids just kind of think college is like the safe route, right? What you're doing, I mean, there's definitely a lot of risk involved, but that's really cool. I feel like, especially if you want to be your own boss, I imagine that's kind of a part of it. I mean, that is something that I've always personally wanted, is being my own boss, because that sounds awesome. So I mean, man, I wish you the best of luck with that. That sounds great.
I mean, hey, you gotta take a risk sometime, and if it's what you want to do, then I'd go for it.
Absolutely. So now we're going down the topics list, and now we're gonna kind of segue into talking about teeth.
So where'd you get little ASMR with
I don't know. I had to find a way to introduce this. Couldn't really find one on the fly, but here we are. So the reason this podcast episode is coming out so late is pretty much purely because, well, not purely, but a good amount because wisdom teeth surgery. I had to get my wisdom teeth taken out. It's not like they were bothering me or anything. Well, first let me preface. Toby, have you had them taken out?
No, I haven't.
Nathan, have you had yours taken out?
I actually got maybe a few weeks before school started, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But the last time I went to the dentist, they were like, you're going to have to get them out soon. So, probably after break, I'm going to have to get them out.
That's the thing.
But they were doing, x-rays on me. I have 5 wisdom teeth.
Oh my gosh. That's a thing?
Yeah. People have had more than 5.
I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
People with more than, 4, it will cause pain. Mine hasn't been causing me pain, but that's because, mine is, maybe a centimeter. Yeah, centimeter. So, that's not causing me any pain or anything, but they're gonna have to I'm gonna have to get mine out eventually. So
wow. Okay. Well, I had my experience a few weeks ago. They just kind of said like, let's do this as a precautionary measure because you don't want to feel the pain,
Right.
and then have to get it taken out because that's a lot of hassle you don't want to go through. So. A few weeks ago, Tuesday through Thursday of school, I missed basically that entire week. I went Monday, go home. I couldn't eat anything past midnight. So I wake up kind of hungry, but, can't do anything about it. Can't even drink, which is really weird. You can't even drink before the procedure. That's what I was told.
Why do they make you, not eat and drink?
Well, eating is because they don't want food to get stuck in your mouth, I think, that's what is a part of that. Water, I really have no idea why you can't drink, but it is what it is. So
They just don't want you throwing up during the procedure.
oh,
Yeah,
that's what it was.
know.
No, Nathan, that's actually what it was. That's what.
Oh.
That's what they told me. Yeah, I just completely forgot. Still got that amnesia going on, I guess. But no, the thing is, so I go up there. It's in Little Rock. I go in. They strap me. They don't strap me down. I don't know why I started
Strap
saying
me down?
but they put on.
Not that kind of dentist.
They put the oxygen sensor or whatever, on my index finger,
Yeah.
and then they take what was it? They have these little sticker things. They put one on my left.
Is it treated like your heart palpitations?
I think it's something like that. They put it on my stomach, and then they've had I guess a heart rate monitor, or they have something on my on my arm over here, and then they put an IV in me. Which was always fun, if you like needles. I personally don't mind it, but it happens. So they stick the IV in my right arm, and they put in the anesthesia.
Yeah.
And this is where Nathan knows what I'm talking about.
Yes, I
So the thing is, right, this is where my
How
story...
far did you get into the county?
Oh, God. See, I didn't even count. I should have. Usually, I've heard other people's doctors would tell them, to start counting, but they didn't tell me to count. I forgot to count. But this is where my story gets weird, probably because I didn't count. So...
That's it. You jinxed it.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing, right? So, from my memories collection of it, I was conscious the entire time. You're supposed to fall asleep, right? But I don't think I fell asleep. If I go...
That's actually scary, dude.
That is super scary, right? But if I go through it in my brain, I'm thinking back to the situation, right? I just don't remember falling asleep. I remember being there. Everybody in surgical gear surrounding me. I remember, I was numbed up, obviously, but I could kind of feel them taking those teeth out. I remember all that. But apparently not. Apparently I was absolutely dead asleep. My mom would say that, the doctors would say that, because here's the thing. My mom said, okay, well, if you were awake, you would have remembered this really painful thing where they put needles in your cheekbones. Like in your cheek, they put 4 needles, right?
Doesn't it just numb it or
That's to help numb it. But,
yeah.
But I don't remember that happening at all.
You were just dreaming.
Whoa.
Apparently,
you had
I was
an out-of-body experience.
That's amazing.
I guess that's what it was.
You were astro projecting.
That or my mind is just making all this crap up because literally I don't remember that, but I don't remember falling asleep either.
Right.
Now when I woke up or when I was done with the surgery, I get up and obviously I'm still really kind of woozing around. I mean, I remember only seconds after they put the IV in and they give me the medicine. It was really dizzy. I felt like I was about to pass out, but again, I feel like I never did, but apparently I did. So it is what it is. But
yeah, I want to say I saw a picture of you Avon put something out there. It may have been you though. I don't remember.
What is it?
It was you sitting on a chair. You looked all out of it.
Man, I might have posted something about that. Yeah. But they put me in a wheelchair. They get me out to my car. And I just it was really weird. It wasn't really painful, really. But I know days 2 and 3 were the worst because the pain, just feeling my mouth, and it was just aching, I guess. Mm-hmm. A really bad toothache, I guess is how you could describe it. I don't know. Nathan, what was your experience like?
Dude, I remember, they laid me down the thing. They put the IV in. They're like, okay, take a few deep breaths in. You just keep breathing with the anesthesia. And I was like, okay. And the next thing I know, I'm in the carport of my house.
Wow.
I don't remember waking up or being in the car or anything.
That's
but
incredible.
My dad has videos. I was fully conscious and I'm trying to rap with the cotton in my mouth, like he's playing music, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to. You can kind of hear the lyrics. I'm pretty good.
Okay.
When I'm under the influence of anesthesia. Well, like, I just remember getting home, like even looking at the videos, I'm like, watch this. I'm going to take a sobriety test, and I'm like trying to walk in a straight line. And my dad has all these videos, and like I'm seeing. I think at one point I was singing "Sweet Caroline" in the car, and then yeah, I remember I got home and I was like, I need to do something. And I'm on the couch. I'm like, trying to look up trippy mind videos. And like, this is the time where this needs to happen.
In a way, I'm almost jealous of your experience because I fully expected me to be like knocked out and me to act crazy. Because I mean, I got sent videos. My friend Clayton had this procedure done like I think last year, and he sent videos to like everybody on his Snapchat, and it was just him saying like pure nonsense. And I wanted that to happen to me. Like I don't know why, because like why would you want to like self-sabotage yourself in this way? But I wanted that experience, that wisdom tooth experience. And I feel like with you falling asleep in the surgery room and then waking up like basically right outside your house, that is what I wanted. That's not what I got. But that's not what I got. But
so. But the thing is, like, I didn't wake up there. I was already awake. But that's just when I start remembering things.
Oh.
Because, like, I was in the car. I was like...
That is so weird.
I was giving my dad directions, apparently, on how to get home.
So you have, like, the lost, like, hour.
Yeah, I blacked out, dude. I didn't remember any of it. And, like, I totally forgot, like, a bunch of stuff that happened even when I was home until, like, my little sister shows me videos of me. She took on her phone. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. I did that. Like, at one point, I got my mom's yoga ball and I threw it at her or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, you need to lay down. I'm like, no. And I'm running across the house. You can't catch me.
Did you, like, turn evil or something?
I guess, dude.
No, like, I've been under anesthesia, and, like, I had a major surgery, and so, like, I remember, like, the anesthesiologist was like, all right, Mr. Landreth, he's like, we're going to count backwards from 10. He's like, let's see how far you can get.
Oh, my.
And I'm just, like, laying there. Keep in mind, I'm, like, in 6th grade. And so, like, I'm laying there, and I get to, like, 7. And all of a sudden, like, my arm just feels cold. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm done. And I wake up, like, and this, like, nurse is, like, looking over me. She's like, you know what just happened? And I'm like, apparently, like, this anesthesia, like, really pissed me off. And so, like, I was, like, mad at everyone, and I just, like, look at the lady, I'm like, yeah, I know what happened. And so, like, we get to, like, my, like, the room that I'm staying in, and my mom and dad are in there, and they said, like, it was, like, 4 in the morning, and my parents said, like, I was so mad at everyone that, like, walked in. Like, I was mad at them, and they were like, we finally just had to tell you to go back to sleep. But, like, I was just really mad at everyone.
I remember feeling kind of like that. I was a little bit irritated, I remember.
Because, I mean, like, you don't know what's happened during
true.
that time.
That's true.
You're like, you have an idea of what happened. Like, they're just like, all right, we're going to take out those teeth, or we're going to do this surgery. And it's like, okay, I know you probably did that, but, like, did anything else happen?
Yeah. I mean, it's a crazy experience. Now, as far as the wisdom teeth part of it goes, I know, Toby, you can't really relate to that, but I know that you've had some interesting, things happen in your life. Is there anything like you want to talk about? Because this is your time. This is Toby's time.
So like here recently, I've gotten a new job.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I got a new job. As everyone knows, I used to work at Larry's Pizza. Yep. But like around the time that we started the podcast, I had just quit Larry's for just personal reasons. Now I'm working at like the Austin Burger Depot. I was at the seafood place, but they switched me over to the Burger Depot, which just opened up. I actually had one of their burgers last night because I was going to come home late, and my mom was already asleep, and I didn't feel like making myself anything. And so I get in there. Our owner, he's also the cook, and so he made me this burger. It was a peanut butter and jelly with bacon and egg.
Whoa.
Look, I know it sounds gross.
Yeah,
I know. It sounds gross.
Okay.
But it was actually really good.
Oh,
like, if you go there, I recommend getting it.
Well, I don't know if I'd recommend it to me because, I'm kind of allergic to peanut.
Well,
I might die if I
forgot about that.
Have a taste of that, but it's like everybody forgets it for some reason. But, that's awesome. I mean, you like your new job more.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's been weird because I've still been in like a stage of like things picking back up. So like, I've been broke. I've been the broke life for a while, but things are picking up. So I mean, that's good. And like, Nothing like crazy major. Like it's happened like Massey leaving. That was a big part.
Yeah.
But I mean, we already got into that and everything. We got into me deciding what I wanted to do for college and everything. My dad was saying that they're planning on him and my mom are wanting to build a house somewhere.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know that.
I think you mentioned that.
Yeah. They're wanting to build a house, and I think he might, since I'm going to be home now, he's like, you can help with that now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, great.
Well,
Which I've honestly been evaluating. I'm like, do I really want to be here for the next 2 years with both of my siblings?
man, can you handle it for any longer?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be like, I'm going to make friends and be like, hey, I'm going to come stay over at your house.
Yeah. I mean, probably get an apartment with them or something like that.
I don't think I'm going to get an apartment during BB.
In BB?
I'll
No.
probably just stay at home, live at home, and
I mean,
it's rent free.
Yeah.
true.
As long as I have a job and I'm going to school, I can be there rent free.
Dude, take advantage of your mom's home cooked meals while you can.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
I'm not a good cook. I can make things. I'm not a good cook.
Listen,
though.
I can throw a pizza in the oven.
Yeah.
Bam. That's as far as my skills
Sometimes
go.
I like to mix things together, like not like crazy items. Sometimes crazy items, but like I'll mix things together and be like, all right, that's good. And sometimes it doesn't come out good, and I'm throwing away entire pans of stuff, but it works out.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, it was great catching up, with what Toby's got going on. But now something we can all relate to, even our viewers, Christmas, because it is December.
Yes.
How many days till Christmas? We've got about like I think
A week. We have a week left.
We have
7
a week
days.
Yeah,
until
a week from
Christmas.
today, yeah.
That is crazy.
What happened on the 7th day of Christmas?
I don't remember. I know what you're talking about, but I can't think.
I can't think of it either.
Well, anyways, I've got my tree up, all the presents under the tree. I'm super excited for
Yeah.
Christmas. Do any of y'all have any plans? For Christmas?
So seeing as how we're in a pandemic,
Yeah.
it's just gonna be me and my family just at our house. Just like hanging out, probably watching. My mom's wanting to do this thing where we do like a Christmas movie like marathon thing.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
And all of us have like a certain snack that we're having, which I haven't decided on mine. Do you guys have any like feedback for me? Like
Christmas, like snacks?
Well, no, not like, it doesn't have to be like Christmas related, just like any kind of thing. Like I think my brother's doing like chicken wings. My sister might be doing like, I can't remember what she's doing. My dad's doing, I think both my dad and brother doing chicken wings. My mom's doing like a quiche or something.
Well, I'll tell you what. Something I've been addicted to lately is you can go to the store, and these are like in the same area as like I think chicken sandwiches or whatever. But chicken fingers, like they're just like they're basically like fries, but like chicken. Like imagine that.
Oh, yeah.
Those are really good.
Okay.
And those are super easy to cook up. So
Yeah.
I would do something like that personally. Get some dipping sauce.
Yeah.
And real good. But yeah, as far as Christmas goes, for me, my parents are working the 24th and the 25th, so Santa
Really?
is coming early. Yes, Santa is coming early, and we're celebrating Christmas on the 23rd.
Sure.
And then I think my grandma's coming over, and we're gonna have a little thing. But it is COVID, so we're not really going out. We would have gone, I know, at least for Thanksgiving, and we do this for Christmas sometimes too. We would have gone to Golden Corral because we love going to Golden Corral and just eating the buffet there. But not happening this year, obvious reasons. But it is what it is. But yeah, so Santa is coming early. My parents don't deliver the presents. Like Santa is real. Okay, I think we should establish that on this podcast. We are Santa believers. What?
I'm not a Santa believer.
Okay, listen. We've had this conversation a few times before, right? So, Toby...
I don't think we've ever had
I think it's time for me to leave.
I think we have, Toby. Now, Toby is a Santa denier. Toby, can you explain this wretched, terrible view of the world?
I just remember from like a young age, my mom talking about like telling my grandma like in secret, like, oh yeah, I had to put the presents out tonight. I'm like, I just don't like. I think I was like maybe 5 when I stopped believing.
So, okay, here's the thing: when you stop believing in Santa, he won't bring you presents anymore.
Then there's already gifts under my tree.
Toby, I think you've made up these memories. I think these are falsified
Right.
things that have been planted in your mind by the Santa denier cult.
Probably.
Yes, that is.
How'd you guys know? I'm a part of that.
Well, yeah, obviously, because you've been indoctrinated into that stuff, and
Dude,
it's terrible.
We got like yin yang up in here right now because you don't. I'm literally joining the Santa Brotherhood soon. I don't think you understand.
Exactly. This is getting real heated on the podcast.
So wait, what does that mean if you join the Santa Brotherhood? Are you going to be like a mall Santa?
Yes.
Like that's what it sounds like. That's immediately what comes to mind.
Yeah, on Monday night.
Really?
Yes.
Like, are you joking or is that like
No,
real
I'm
thing?
dead serious, dude.
Where at?
Okay, so you guys know the Santa Shack, right?
Oh my god.
Right in front of First Security by the police
Yeah.
station. Yeah.
You're gonna be Santa there?
From 6 to 8 p.m.
All
on
right,
Monday night.
you heard it here. 6 to 8 p.m.
I'm joining the brother. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna explain to you how it works. So, okay, this is a trade secret. Okay, so there's the Mall of Santas, but they're really just related to Santa, like the big guy. At the pole, right? So it's kind of like I said, it's a brotherhood, and when you join, you join all of that, and then
Do you drink Santa's blood?
Whoa!
Like, that's
Whoa!
We were talking about cults. Like, you were like...
vampires aren't a cult.
No,
They're
not
vampires
really.
are just vampires.
I didn't
though.
mean like a vampire. I didn't say sucking blood, but like, the Kool-Aid kind of thing. Like, I mean, I know it's not the same thing, but like...
You just gotta have the right Christmas spirit, dude. That's all it is. You become a Claus, a fellow Claus.
Okay, well, you said that like all Santas are like related to
Related.
him. So like,
Right.
how are you gonna be like? Do you have to be born into this?
Dude, I think I already am.
You already are. Okay.
I came out the womb like this, dude. And so, yeah, I was talking to the dude, the guy who owns the Santa Shack, and then I made a joke about how I'd be Santa, and he was like, "Oh, you can?" And I said, "No way," because like that's my favorite community service event is because you get to see all the little kids and how they interact with Santa Claus and like the smiles on their faces for the most part.
Yeah.
And it's like a fun experience. And then now I get to be the big guy, But like I was saying earlier, right? So with the Brotherhood, what it is all of these Santas around the world. Santa, he makes his trip, but all these Santas, they actually help him deliver the gifts. But I shouldn't be saying this right now. So yeah, it's like I said, this is a trade secret. So if you're listening, you gotta keep this on the low, But that's what it is.
So wait, are you like supposed to tell us this or like?
No.
So what are you gonna do if they find out?
You're gonna kill us?
No,
I can't. Not during Christmas time.
Oh no, of course.
I'll have to wait after.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
I
like
got
New
you.
Year's ish?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It depends on my mood.
So
Alright.
your Christmas plan so far consists of literally being Santa. But what else you got going on Christmas Day? You got anything planned?
I think my mom's just gonna be cooking a lot during Christmas, so we're
Oh,
gonna have
yeah.
a big feast. So, yeah, she was asking me and my sister like what different foods that we're gonna want. So I was like, okay, that sounds cool. Because normally every year we go to my dad's work. He works at a big church, Pulaski Heights, and they have like their little nativity thing that they do or whatever. And every Christmas Eve we stay the night, or not night, we just stay there for like from morning when he gets to work, which he leaves really early, to like whatever time the nativity happens and we have to leave. And we just hang out, watch Christmas movies, and like play around and stuff. But this year that's not happening with COVID and all. So, this is gonna be like our first Christmas Eve at home in like the last I don't even know how many years since he's been working there.
Man, now you got me thinking of how like back in the day we would go to. I think for Christmas and New Year's, my family went down to Dallas, Texas. I've got family down there. And we would just stay in a hotel, we watched the ball drop, and then we also unboxed presents and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was super fun. It's unfortunate we can't really do that this year, but I mean, I'm pretty positive, as far as COVID goes, with the vaccine and all that stuff, getting that happening throughout 2021. I think life is slowly but surely going to go back to a sense of normalcy. Things might be a little bit different, but it's still going to go back to where you can travel again freely and not worry as much.
I think that fear will probably still be there for a while. Like
for
lingering.
a lot of people it will be. But I think eventually we're gonna get down. Everybody being vaccinated, or at least most people being vaccinated, and I think things will be pretty good. I'm trying to be very optimistic about that. But as we kind of near the end of the podcast here, I think we wanted to have a little segment talking about kind of projects we've been working on and the projects that we've got already out. So I guess I could start with, I've got a short film that I've been working on. I've been working on it for a few months now. It's taking longer than I thought because...
It's supposed to be a Halloween movie.
It really was. It really is kind of a more horror-like thriller Halloween movie, yeah. But the thing is... it's 99% done. There's one scene that I'm not happy with that I have to reshoot, and it's just that one scene. I need to get up and do that scene, and then the film will be pretty much done, and I'll release it.
Right.
It's about 5 minutes long right now, and it's super weird. I'll tell you guys that right now. It's super weird. But I've got that going on, and then I've got an EP I'm working on. I've got music that
Nice.
I plan on releasing here soon. I produced the first track onto the other ones, and I'm not like huge as far as like knowing music theory goes, but you know, so I borrowed a few beats from YouTube, like some people do, but you know, I still think I'm really happy with what I've got going on there. But yeah, Toby, you got any projects you want to talk about on the podcast?
So for like the past 3 weeks, I was put in charge of the STEM night for Cabot, and like for all the broadcasting. I'm not like over STEM or anything. I'm not into that, but like I had to get everything together for that. And I know you were gone you're dealing with wisdom teeth whenever we first started that, so you didn't really get involved too much with it. I know you helped me a little bit, but yeah, I just had to deal with teachers, you know, wanting to teach. Even though I'm 18 and legally an adult, they still just saw me as a student. And I mean, most of them worked with me and everything, but like some of them just like straight up refused to do some things.
Oh man.
And you know, it was stressful. There was a lot of things. Like I had to bring together like 4 or 5 teams to get all these packages together. And I mean, we got them all. They were really good. Luckily, I mean, I had really great teams. I had a really great editor, Evan Crow. He edited them all together.
Nice.
He also was a host for it, him and Paige Whittaker.
Yeah.
And then we had some graphics put into it by Jaden.
Of course.
He's the one that made our graphic for the podcast, too.
Yeah. Great dude.
Yeah. And, you know, I've been working on that. That really was fun because, I mean, I want to be a producer. And then for like since like August, I think, I've been slowly writing a script. You saw it today.
Yeah.
Very slowly.
Working on it a little bit today.
Yeah. For a short film I'm wanting to make. It's like a Western kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm being real ambitious about it, and I want it to be like at least 20.
Trust me, comparing my short film to what Toby's got planned for his short film. I mean, like, he is going really deep into this stuff. It's incredible what he's mentioned to me. So I mean, we're definitely going to try and work on that a bit more coming up in the next year. So I mean, yeah,
I'm just been working on that. I think we have some more things coming up with Mr. Tripp now. We're going to have some more broadcasting things coming up. I know that he wants me to be like the head news producer kind of thing.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. And so I get to deal with that.
I mean, you do the producer job pretty well. So,
yeah, now that he knows that I have experience in that, and I mean, I don't really have a problem telling teachers, hey, I need this now.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what a producer has to do, so.
That's awesome. Well, Nathan, I know you were recently in a short film. You got anything going on? I mean, anything maybe related to your little social media prospects or whatever?
I actually have kind of a lot going on with the film stuff.
Like, oh, yeah?
Really?
You guys know D. Allen?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's doing rap, wants to be a rapper and stuff. So I got a Cersei friend, and he also loves rap as well, and he wants to be a director. So we're actually going to be working on maybe 1 or 2 music videos with D. Allen soon. I was actually on the phone with his manager earlier today, and we were just talking about like stuff we could do, maybe like working on a budget and just different ideas for these songs. Yeah. So hopefully that'll be happening within the next couple months. I think we're gonna give them a month probably, just so they can work on getting some money up for a budget. I don't know. I'm gonna be working that out soon. And another buddy of mine, the same friend but different project. It's a whole short film series. It's a horror film, kind of like vaporwave type vibe.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, dude,
nice.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I really like it. But so the beauty of it, from my point of view, we were just hanging out one night, and we just came up with all these ideas. And so, they're all short episodes, and the idea is they're going to be really cool, separate, just a short film on its own. It's supposed to be a good short film, but like when you watch them in order, it's like beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's like a puzzle, because each episode...
So it's like a mini-series kind of thing?
Yeah. So like each episode kind of connects to a different one, and like if you pick up on all these hints, then it leads to something big, like the finale he's working on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's like, episode 1 happens, and you don't realize that 1 is kind of connected to episode 5 until you watch both of them. Yeah. And then you have to also catch on to those details, and 5 is also connected to 3, 3 is 2, and so on. Like everything has its own little connection. So I'm really excited about that. And the cool part about it is that it was originally kind of based off some true story or like rumors, because there's this road in Searcy called like Moore School Road, and it has there's like a church in there. It's believed to be like a cult, and like it was weird because they had services from like Thursday mornings at 2 a.m. and it's some pretty crazy stuff, right? Like rumors that once you join, they don't want you to leave. Like you can't leave.
With most cults are like
right.
that.
Yeah.
So
don't spread the secrets.
Absolutely.
So there's that, and then apparently the road is haunted. I'm not gonna go into depth, but like there's a couple stories that like the episode is based on. So like two episodes at least are based on like true-ish stories. Because they are rumors, but they could very well be true. So I think we're excited about that for sure. And then during summer we were working on a full feature, but then one dude had to go to college early, and we just couldn't get everything we needed, so it all got scrapped.
Yeah. I know it sometimes happens with production.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we did this short film it was a short film for a competition that was kind of like a concept of what the full feature was going to be. I think we have that on YouTube. I enjoyed that one. I think for the most part that's a lot of what we have.
All right, well, that's awesome. Thank you, Nathan, so much for coming on to the podcast today. I'm so happy we finally got this episode done.
Finally got this.
Well, the next one will be coming out hopefully soon. Hopefully we don't have any major roadblocks in the way.
I'll probably be getting my wisdom teeth next time. So
we can talk about that. That'll be very fun.
I don't think we'll have one next week because Christmas and everything.
Spending time with family and the holidays and all that. Yeah.
So.
But I'm so happy we got this done. Thank you guys so much for being on here. Thank you guys for listening, and see you next time.
All right.
See you guys.
Sounds good. It was an honor being the first guest.